Starmer refuses to make immigration a milestone mission in disaster speech. In a move that has sent shockwaves through the political landscape, Labour leader Keir Starmer has declared that immigration will not be a milestone mission for his party, a decision that many are calling a betrayal of the British public's trust. In a speech that could be described as nothing short of disastrous, Starmer has not only alienated potential supporters but has also exposed the fractures within the Labour Party at a critical juncture. The stakes have never been higher, and the implications of this refusal could reverberate through British politics for years to come. Critics are quick to point out the glaring contradictions in Starmer's stance. Having campaigned on a platform that promised to address the pressing issues surrounding immigration, his sudden pivot raises serious questions about his commitment to the voters. This is a moment that many had hoped would represent a paradigm shift, a once-in-a-generation opportunity to redefine the immigration debate in the UK. Instead, what we have witnessed is a retreat from the very issues that galvanized public support during the tumultuous Brexit referendum. The fallout from Brexit has left the nation grappling with unprecedented challenges, yet Starmer's reluctance to tackle immigration head-on suggests a troubling disconnect from the electorate. Powerful voices within the party are already voicing their discontent, viewing this decision as a missed opportunity to engage with a topic that many believe is central to the national discourse. As one seasoned Labour MP put it, this is not just about policy, it's about our identity as a party. By sidelining immigration, we risk losing touch with the very people we aim to represent. Historical context cannot be overlooked. The 2016 Brexit vote was a clear mandate from the British people to take back control of borders and immigration policies. Yet here we are, witnessing a Labour leader stepping back from the fight to reclaim that autonomy. Many fear that this lack of resolve could lead to a significant loss of support, particularly in constituencies that historically leaned Labour but are now shifting towards more hard-line positions. The country stands at a crossroads, and Starmer's approach could very well mark a new era of influence for rival parties who are willing to tackle these contentious issues head-on. Critics argue that such a stance not only weakens Labour's position but also emboldens the Conservative Party and other right-wing factions that thrive on fear and division. Analysts warn that by failing to present a robust immigration policy, Labour risks ceding the narrative to those who would exploit it for political gain. As public sentiment shifts, the danger of being perceived as out of touch with the electorate looms large. In this ongoing struggle for ideological supremacy, one cannot help but recall the Labour Party's historical battles against the forces of nationalism and populism. The internal conflict brewing within the party is reminiscent of past ideological rifts that have threatened to unravel the very fabric of its identity. The stakes are high, and the British people will not forgive a leader who shies away from the hard conversations that need to be had. The potential consequences of Starmer's refusal to prioritize immigration are profound. Should Labour continue down this path, it could find itself marginalized in a political landscape increasingly dominated by those willing to confront the issue head-on. The implications for future elections are dire. Voters may feel compelled to turn to alternative parties that echo their frustrations and demands. This could further fracture the political landscape, leading to an era of instability that would be catastrophic for the nation. As the dust settles from this controversial speech, it is clear that the fight for the soul of the Labour Party is far from over. The growing sense of urgency among party members and constituents alike is palpable. This is not merely a political issue, it is a matter of national identity and integrity. The British people deserve leadership that reflects their concerns and aspirations, not one that shies away from the hard truths. In closing, it is imperative for voters to hold their leaders accountable. The future of the Labour Party, and indeed, the future of the nation, depends on a collective effort to demand transparency and courage from those in power. Join the conversation, engage with your community, and make your voice heard. Subscribe, like, and stand with us as we navigate this critical juncture. Together, we can forge a path toward a more inclusive and responsive political landscape. The struggle is far from over, and your participation is essential.